Angelo, it's just an awful set of circumstances. Around 2:30 this morning, Torrington police say that a car filled with 5 teenagers, all students at Litchfield High School, were on Rossi Road, which is behind this roadblock behind me, when they went off the road. They hit a tree, went down an embankment. The car went up in flames. Still uncertain from the chief, William Baldwin, the police chief, whether or not any of the students were able to get out of the car on their own. But 2 16-year-old boys were killed. There were 3 others in the car that have sustained serious injuries. 2 of them were initially transported to Waterbury's St. Mary's Hospital, but then they were transported to CCMC, the Connecticut Children's Medical Center, and that's where the 3rd seriously injured student had already been life-starved to. So all 3 in Hartford at CCMC right now. We don't know the nature of their injuries. I did have a chance to speak to this morning the superintendent of schools, Chris Leone, for Litchfield Public Schools. He sent me a statement via email saying, quote, Litchfield High School is meeting with the staff, and details on counseling services for students, staff, and community members will be forthcoming. I ask at this time that you take a moment and offer a prayer or positive thoughts for our students, their families, and our community as it experiences a difficult situation. Again, it's Rossi Road here in Torrington where the accident happened. Why the kids, again, between the ages of 14 and 16, were out and about at 2:30 this morning. We're not sure at this point. But there is a student from Litchfield who goes to Litchfield Middle School, Ulysses DeCarmo, who knew these students, and out of the respect for their families and because police have not released their names, we are not going to discuss their names at this point. But Ulysses, why are you here today?
Well, one of the students was my neighbor, and this morning we found out, and me and my mom were devastated. So we went to go basically say sorry to the family, and we thought it would be nice if we would go out and buy some flowers and maybe come to the site to see if it was open yet, just to commemorate them, basically.
Again, without saying names, can you describe your neighbor, the type of person he or she, and you're talking about one of the deceased people, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I would describe him as he was a very nice person. I didn't get to hang out with him much, but I did a few times. He seemed like a very respectable man, and me and my mom were probably excited to see him grow up to be someone that Litchfield would remember.
Ulysses, you're a fine person for being out here this morning, and I'm sure the family appreciates your well wishes, and we pray for you and your family as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Ulysses DeCarmo, again here delivering flowers to police out of respect for one of his neighbors who was one of the 2 fatal accident victims this morning. Again, 2 16-year-old boys killed. There were 3 others between the ages of 14 and 16 in the car. There were 4 boys and 1 girl total involved in this terribly tragic accident here on Rossi Road in Torrington, a couple of 100 yards behind me where the road goes up and bends. That's exactly where they hit the tree and went down an embankment. For now, this is Tony Terzi live in Torrington. We will bring you updates as they warrant. Angelo, Margot.